Hello folks, 104 checking in. I'm at the local woods. It's not far from the main road, so that's why you can hear some stuff in the background. I'm going down a muddy slope at the moment, like they say, so I'm trying not to go ass over tit. Anyway, so yeah, first video of 2025, not the first one I've released, the first one I've made for this channel in 2025. Hopefully you saw my Dirtle Door excursion that I posted up. That was posted up in January, I think it was, but I actually went there in December last year. So anyway, I've got the car up together last couple of days for my next trip. Now I have noticed there's a bit of weep around a power steering pipe. I did nip it up and there's a bit of movement in the pipe, so hopefully I'm going to test it out tonight when we go down the shops. Hopefully that's not going to be a problem. Otherwise, if I do need to book that in, then that's probably going to bugger up my plans to get one more trip in before, or actually my first trip in this year before the end of January. And I like going away in January because there's usually hardly anyone around, which is tip top. So yeah, plans to do a hard reset actually, guys. I put my hands up. I've been drinking too much. It is a bit of a problem for people of my generation, Generation X, and probably the boomer generation before me really. It's the way we deal with stress and problems and things like that is to drink, basically. Self-medication, call it what you will. Long and short of it, I've been extremely disappointed in the way this country has been run, certainly over the last 30 years, and that the latest administration seems to be even worse than the last one, and we are really taxed to the hilt. And I won't go into a rant about it, but most people that you speak to are feeling the same way, really sort of dejected about the way things are going. And I certainly know that some of the people that Mrs. got a few friends across Europe, and they're pretty much dejected in the same way. Bullshit manifestos, broken promises, and having no say in certain major things that happen. So anyway, I've let it get to me. I've been spending far too much time scrolling through the same few apps and websites, just absorbing all the bad news. There's precious little good news around. So yeah, I'm afraid I've been having a few scoops. Also, I think I mentioned it when I did the Dirtle Door video. I haven't been sleeping well at all. Really bad. The sleep pattern is a wreck. It's a car crash of a sleep pattern I got at the moment. So I found the only way I could get off to sleep sometimes is to have a few drinks too many. Disappointing. I don't think it's doing my health any good. And over Christmas, New Year, I know it's that time of year, but it's not me. I did actually get leathered on about 3 occasions, to the point where I couldn't remember going to bed the night before. We're only talking in the house. I end up putting a few tunes in, go through a bottle of wine and go on to the shorts. No rowdiness involved. I just sort of wither away over the evening to a few tunes, and before you know it, you get up the next day, can't remember the night before, and see the empty bottles in the kitchen. Not good enough. Disappointed with myself. It's not me. So certainly I'm too weak willed to have spirits in the house. So if they're not in the house, they don't get drunk. So spirits are not allowed in the establishment. But I'd lie if I say I'm going to just go completely dry. That's BS. A few Guinnesses, a few beers, some wine with food. I'm going to be realistic. I'm not going to be like these people that go on a diet and they say, right, all I'm going to have is a few lettuce leaves every day. They lose a load of weight and then they yo-yo back again, even heavier than what they were in the first place. But I think it's sustainable that I enjoy a few beers, and all the rest of it is spirits that do me in. And I'm trying to restore the sleep pattern at the moment more sustainably, more naturally. I must have had a massive sleep deficit, because this last week every time I sit down on the sofa I'm gone sometimes for hours. Trying to recover the nighttime sleeping pattern, because it's come to the point where I was basically dozing off to sleep after tea, evening meal tea, and waking up about 10 o'clock, and sometimes going to bed at 8 o'clock in the morning, and quite often drinking as well. So not good enough. No, that's not me. So hard reset on the next trip, and probably just take a little bit of wine to go with my food. Apart from that, it's herbal teas and all the rest of it, and water, and a few coffees to get me going in the morning. That's it. So yeah, hard reset time, guys. So you will see that on the next trip. Say I've got potentially a problem with the vehicle, a little bit of a leak around a power steering pump, but I'm hoping it was just the nut, the union was a little bit loose. So I've nicked that up. I'm going to try it out tonight. If it's okay, I'll better get away before the end of January. If not, by the time I booked it in, probably going to slip into February with the first trip of 2025. So it's going to be a lightweight one. I'm hoping it was just the lack of sleep at Durdle Door, but certainly on the early part of my main walk last time, I didn't feel very well at all. So what I'll do, if I don't feel, this next trip's going to be quite a mild walking trip, plenty of walking, but nothing too hilly. If I don't feel right, I'm going to book myself in with the doctors, GP, and get a blood test done, and hopefully they'll do an ECG as well. I can hear some voices. I'm always self-conscious about talking into the camera when people are around. You know, some people coming, I better get going. Anyway, that's the plan. I've got a few changes coming up with the vehicle as well, so keep an eye out for that, people. And yeah, it's mainly cooking arrangements. I'm going to have a different cooking arrangement for when I've got electric hookup than when I've just got off-grid set up, so keep an eye out for that. And yeah, I've got another site I've been looking at as well, coastal. So as long as I come to the next one, okay, hope to get there February, March, and see where it's at, really. Right, I'm going to take a perch up here, get me act together. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Cheers, everyone.